Hi, my name is Lindy.
My name is Autumn.
And today we wanted to have a conversation about one of our favorite shows,
RuPaul's Drag Race.
More specifically, we wanted to discuss some of our favorite lip syncs and moments from those lip syncs. So to prepare for this conversation, we both sat down and watched through hours of lip syncs, and that is not an exaggeration. This is something we already do a little too much, so it wasn't a lot to ask. But after refreshing our brains on some of the amazing lip sync moments that are out there, we both put together our own list of 5 lip syncs each that we'll be covering today. So, the way this is going to work, we are going to go back and forth as we discuss the lip syncs on our list. Autumn will kick us off with number 5 on our list, and then I'll share mine, and so on. So these are going to go in a specific order. 5 being the least favorite of our favorites, and then 1 being our all-time favorites. So, Autumn, would you like to introduce your number 5?
My number 5 placement, which I know is much higher on your list than mine, and I know this one is on your list because I know you, is Bloody Mary, Lady Gaga sped up TikTok edition. And that whole name is very important. But it's Bloody Mary between... Who's in that?
It is... who is it? I literally put it on my list and I forgot.
Maya Iman LePage and Plasma. Okay, and there's a couple reasons I enjoy this, which... Is this on your list? Can you be honest?
Do you think it is on my list?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. It's on my list.
I would put this in your top 3.
I would say that's a safe guess.
Yeah, I think that this was the best part of that entire season. This is from season 16, the most recent season of Drag Race, which a lot of more recent seasons are not as good, in my opinion. They're a little more dramatic, which I enjoy, but it's not the same. I don't know what about it isn't the same. Maybe it's just the amount of people that they're throwing in there, but something about it isn't working as much for me.
I think that season 16, though, kind of stands apart from the other newer girls, because it's a personal favorite of mine. I love season 16.
Yeah, I guess that's true, because season 15 you knew who was going to win the entire time. I like season 14. A lot of people don't, but I do, with the It's Chocolate. But yeah, Bloody Mary is on there because I like the inclusion of the dramatics of this one. It's so dramatic and so insane for what it actually is. Like, this is a TikTok song. Well, not really. Like, this is a Lady Gaga song, but which is important to the culture.
But it is the TikTok version of the song, which makes it so much better. Yes,
and they had to make that clear in the title when they show you the song on the lip sync, and I'm just not sure why. Like, are they trying to appeal to the children here? I'm just not sure why.
Like, children are watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Some of them do. Would you let children?
Our kids,
yeah. But this one is very good. I like it. I love the confessionals. I love all of this. I love the chaos.
I have a note about that. Don't worry.
Perfect.
Don't worry.
Okay, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Nymphia Wynne and Sophia Crystal's Padam Padam by Kylie Minogue. This one comes out in the season 16. It is the finale, and we are seeing who is going to be the winner of this season. I know this is a favorite of yours.
It is, and I forgot to put it on the list.
It's not on your list.
No, I would like to point out that we did watch these videos separately. We watched the seasons together, and we usually watch lip syncs together, but for the purpose of this podcast, we did watch them separately for the first time, and I think that because it wasn't on our guest YouTube suggested account, I might have forgot about it, but it's very important. And spoiler alert for who wins. No, actually, we don't have to say who wins. Let's not.
I was going to say who wins.
Okay, say who wins.
If you haven't watched the season yet, you're not going to. And if you are currently watching it and you're watching this, I'm so sorry.
Sorry about your luck. Watch it when it's on the air, though.
Honestly. But okay, so we watched it together. We watched the season together, and I remember while we were watching it, we had different picks for who we wanted to win. I wanted Sophia Crystal to win, and you wanted Nymphia to win.
This is true.
But I have to say that even though Sophia didn't win, I had to be at peace with that because Nymphia Wind did so good. They both did amazing, but Nymphia Wind surprised me with this one.
There was a murder on the dance floor, and it's serious and not in a Saltburn way.
There was. And I just knew from the moment that Nymphia, when she opens her coat and a bunch of helium balloons fly out, I knew it was over at that point. And then she goes on to do a cartwheel into her next outfit reveal, and it was over. It was so over, and she deserved it.
She did. She deserved that. I'm so mad at myself for forgetting that one. But
Yeah.
let's move on to number 4. So number 4 for me is from All Stars 6. All Stars 6 is the season that we saw Kylie Sonique Love get her redemption arc from season 2. How
Okay, I do love
exciting.
that season.
Yes, and you love her.
I do love her.
She is iconic and amazing, and I'm happy for her that she is out as a lovely trans woman. She is amazing.
And she had like the most perfect redemption on this season.
She did, and normally they paint people the wrong way. So I was very happy about this. But it's not her lip sync. The lip sync is Miss You Much by Janet Jackson with Raja O'Hara and Brooklyn Heights.
I don't think I remember this one.
This is the season 11 SmackDown. Not to get confused with the other season 11 during season 11 SmackDown. This is everything. This is also Raja O'Hara's redemption arc. Everybody hated her after season 11 because
she was a demon on season 11.
She was, and she said that Evie Oddly smelled like trash, and she said, because bitch, do you bathe? And that was everything to me. That was everything to me, and I loved it so much.
You loved Raja being mean to Evie?
Sort of. I love TV drama, and you know that. Like, it doesn't matter who it's for. I just love it. But this is a slower song for me. I normally love the kicking and bucking and going crazy, but this is just a slower pick for me. You have to watch this, and you have to watch the way that they move to the song, because there is not one beat of that song that Raja O'Hara does not hit. And it's beautiful. Like, I love Brooklyn Heights, Canada Drag Race host now. Amazing. But Raja O'Hara swept the floor with her body. Again, there was just another murder on the dance floor.
I need to see it now.
You do. We should watch it.
We're going to watch it. Well, my number 4 is one that you have seen, and I hope that you love it as much as I do. This one has Joey J, the first gay contestant on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Can you believe that monumental step that we took as a society when we let Joey J, the first gay contestant on the show, after 13 seasons, the first gay contestant.
I can't believe it took him that long, too.
Seriously. Even the host isn't gay.
No, RuPaul loves women.
He does.
But Joey J and Lala Ree, this is Iggy Azalea's Fancy. You remember this one?
Bitch, those outfits.
Okay, yeah, because that is the reason I kind of love this one so much.
This is the bag ball.
Yes. It is from the bag ball during season 13. And this is an important note because I need everyone to envision what Lala Ree is wearing while she lip syncs to Iggy Azalea. For the challenge in this episode, the queens had to design and make their own outfits. Now, Lala Ree does not know how to sew, so she is already at a disadvantage. The queens have to use a bunch of bags and like those materials to make outfits. So Lala does the obvious thing since she doesn't know how to sew, which is to glue a bunch of pink and purple checkered gift bags that look like they're from the Dollar Tree all of a corset. And then she just goes out there like that.
She does. And her wig, it's not a wig. It's just a purse.
It comes right off her head, too.
It's just a wig. It's just a purse.
It's not
as a
glued
wig.
down.
It's not glued down. And it's just so bad that even like the guest judge that week, I don't remember who it is, but it's a frequent flyer of a guest judge. Nicole from the one Netflix baking show. I don't remember her name, but it's her as the guest judge. It's something about like messing up cakes. It doesn't matter. But she is appalled. Everybody, that whole panel is appalled. And it's bad. It is bad. But you know what's not bad?
Her performance.
Absolutely.
She gives the most amazing performance. And what kind of solidifies this for me is that the bags are just falling off of her all over the stage. And then like comes out with the worst outfit, but this turned it around and she avoided being sent home here Because how could you send her home after the performance she puts on?
You really couldn't. And that's what like also solidifies the idea that lip syncs really do matter. I know a lot of people think that a lot of favoritism from RuPaul goes into those lip syncs, and that's why they do them. I've seen a lot of conspiracy around that, especially recently with the new Global All Star season that I have not seen because I don't care.
Controversy.
It is controversial. It's bad. But I feel like this is one of those moments that really shows that lip syncs do matter just as much as your performance in the challenge and your runway look.
Yes, and like I wish that I knew how to explain her dancing in a way that would do it justice, but I can't. So,
she ate.
Yes.
That's all we can say.
Yeah, and I ask that if you are to go and watch any of these lip syncs after this, you watch this one because it is good. It is good.
Speaking of more assassinations that had to happen, I love a lip sync with a good little storyline, which is why my number 3 pick is where it is. There's also a little bit of bias. So, All Stars 5, Season 5, clearly, in Episode 1. We have Evie Oddly as the very first lip sync assassin brought into the show. Naturally and correctly. Against India Farah.
I can already see why it's an assassin.
Yeah, because India Farah is not a household name for good reasons. She does not belong in my house. Mm-mm. And the guest judge is Ricky Martin. He was on an episode of Glee. A couple episodes of Glee, was he not?
Yes.
Yes. And the song is Livin' the Vida Loca, also seen in Shrek. So this is very important to me for multiple reasons.
Very cultural.
This was a very cultural moment for me. Evie Oddly is my favorite drag queen ever. I love everything that she does, other than when she like cancels her bookings on her tour.
But you weren't there, so
I wasn't
okay.
there, right? And she just canceled it because I wasn't there, so I actually don't care.
Yeah.
But "Livin' the Vida Loca" is the very first lip sync assassin twist song, and this song is perfect for Evie Oddly. It's perfect for her. She is crazy in the best way ever. And she annihilates India Farah. But it plays right into this storyline that all the queens sent Derek Barry home. And Derek Barry was gagged by this. This is when Derek Barry did those horrible impressions. I would like to note that he is a Britney Spears impersonator, and he did not do Britney.
He can only do one impression, and it is Britney Spears.
And he chose not to. And I'm just shocked as to why. And why you would do stand-up comedy to just a panel of judges and not like a live audience like that. I don't understand that, but it's whatever. And all the queens vote Derek Barry out because of this drama with India Farah, and it gives this beautiful moment.
So my number 3 is going to be Monet Exchange versus Dusty Ray Bottoms, Pound the Alarm by Nicki Minaj. You know this one.
Season 10.
How could you not know this one?
This is great.
Now, it doesn't even have to do with the performances itself. One of my favorite things about this is before the lip sync even starts, you see RuPaul sitting at her judges panel, and she has the like most insane face kini on. Her whole face is covered, and she's wearing a massive visor over her eyes, so you can only see her lips. And this is just a note because it's an insane look and it's an insane choice, and RuPaul is such a character to me.
Just in life.
Just in life.
Some of the reactions of RuPaul.
So the song starts then, and it's a pretty normal lip sync, fine dancing, whatever. I noticed that Dusty does not seem to know the lyrics like at all, but it doesn't even matter because the focus is not on her. It is all on Monet. And Monet is just so funny in this. You know the perfect move here. The first one that she does.
The hand, the no. The no to the jump split.
She goes to jump whenever the beat drops, and then she lands back on her feet and just waves no at RuPaul. And even with that ridiculous face kini on, you can tell it absolutely gagged him. And all of the judges just lose it, and it's a beautiful moment to me.
How do you think when one of those like big gag moments happens and you're the other contestant like lip syncing for your life, like would you just stop?
I would want to give up more than anything, I think, especially if I was Dusty Ray Bottoms.
Like, this is giving Shea Coulee versus Sasha Velour, So Emotional, season 9 finale.
I would get so emotional. I would start crying. But don't worry, because later in the song, she does do, like, the same music builds up and the beat drops, and this time she does do that split that she promised from earlier. So showing that she is a multifaceted queen. She is hilarious, and she can also really turn a lip sync.
I would like to start this next part off with a question for you. So, I want you to guess what you think my number 2 one is, and then I will guess what yours is when it's your turn, but I would like you to guess what mine is.
Okay, so I had 2 that I immediately, like, I had a separate list for things that I thought that you would put on your list. And I think it has to be Boss Bitch, unless that's your number 1. It has to be one of these 2, because the first time we ever had a conversation about Drag Race, you pulled up this clip. Like, it wasn't just that you talked about it, you pulled it up and you had to play it. I don't even know where we were. You had to play it immediately.
We were outside of Blackington Hall.
We were.
Yes, sitting at a picnic table, and the sun was so bright on the screen, and I was getting so pissed off because you couldn't see it.
And we were huddled watching it because we needed to watch Boss Bitch at that moment. Is this your number 2?
No.
It better be your number 1.
So, I have no comment. I have no further comment right there. But my number 2 is from season 11. And I already talked about season 11 a little bit, so I just won't talk about it more. But I love the shade. I love the drama. This is where we get the reintroduction to Vanessa Vanjie Mateo.
Oh, Vanjie.
Your lovely lady.
Yes.
And we also get this iconic lip sync where Evie Oddly and Brooklyn Heights flop horrifically in the Snatch game. And they have to go head to head. And these are the season's frontrunners. This is the season frontrunners. This is, you were either team Evie Oddly for the crown or you were team Brooklyn Heights. Where were you?
Obviously Evie, because I think if I wasn't Evie, there would have been repercussions for me.
And that's true for your life. And they lip sync to Sorry Not Sorry by Demi Lovato.
You know what? Did I? That was the second one I wanted to guess. So I think that I get the point for that.
I guess so. I mean,
this is actually upsetting for me.
Well, I'm sorry about your luck, but it was a cultural reset. And I think the guest judge is Miley Cyrus here. I believe, unless that's later in the season, but it is a great episode to be alive for because I cannot imagine watching that on live TV. That would have been shocking. And we also get the delivery of an iconic line from none other than Sugar Cane. And I know you love this line, so I'm just going to let you have it.
Come on, Cirque du Soleil.
And she was right. And then it just cuts from that confessional into the craziest flips and tricks back and forth at the same time. It is the lip sync of the century, and it's probably one of the only ones that I would justify a double save for.
Okay, so now the question's on to you. What do you think my number 2 is?
Okay, so I have a guess here, but I know that Bloody Mary is here, and I don't know where.
No comment.
Like, it's either 2 or 1, but I'm going to guess that you put Bloody Mary here.
Absolutely not.
Okay, then can I guess what you put here?
Yes.
You put Trinity K. Bonet versus Laganja Estranja to Physical.
And you would be wrong.
I cannot believe this.
I'm sorry.
Okay, why? What is it?
I think that this one, okay, you know, it has the same feeling to it because instead of Laganja, it is Aja. It is Kahana Montrese and Aja lip syncing to Freakum Dress. You know this one.
By Beyonce.
Absolutely.
This is important to the world.
Cultural reset.
This is the only part of All Stars 8 that we really were engaged in because Aja was the lip sync assassin.
And it's another beautiful redemption for a queen because Aja, she had her moments on her season. I don't even remember which season it was, but she was good, but she wasn't there.
I think she was in season 9 of regular Drag Race, and then she was on for All Stars 3, which is where she gives that talent show performance.
Yes, and then she comes back for All Stars 8 as she's another lip sync assassin, and it is well deserved. And all I have to say is Autumn knows my favorite part because I have to imitate it every time it's on the screen. But it's okay. The song starts.
Let me fix my hair.
Yeah, the song starts. Hold up, bring the beat back. They're dancing, whatever. And then Beyonce says, "Wait, let me fix my hair." And Aja whips her head in a circle, and her wig flies off to reveal the exact same wig underneath. And that is beautiful.
And it is followed by her just punting it off the stage. Just punting it off.
It's so good.
This is also good redemption for Kahana Montrese because she was on season 11 as well. Lots of season 11 talk today. I love this conversation. But she was on season 11 and she did a great job. However, she was just very young and she just had a lot to learn as a drag queen. And then she comes back with the most beautiful plastic surgery in the world. She looks great. She looks great. She got her ass done. She got her face done.
You can tell.
And she looks great. And then she kicks and bucks and keeps up with Aja the entire time.
Of all people.
Of all people. And it's great. This is a great pick. And I can't believe I also forgot about this. I'm really upset with you. Moving on to the finale of it all. My number one pick. And you have to guess right now.
I've already said my guess, and I am very confident of my guess. It is Boss Bitch with Anitra and Marsha, my love.
And it most absolutely is.
Because how could it not be?
Because how could it not be? Okay, this song, Boss Bitch, is by Doja Cat, and she made this song for the Birds of Prey movie, I think. Don't care. Horrible movie, in my opinion. And this redeems not only just the song for me, but also, these were some pretty fierce competitors, but Anitra in season 15 annihilated the competition. She just was on a bad season for her because Sasha Colby was there.
Okay, nobody was getting past Sasha Colby, but I will say that maybe your biases are coming through a little bit.
Why?
Because Anitra is great. She is great. Marsha though, she is the love of my life. Respectfully, I'm sorry.
And that's your opinion. And that's your opinion. But she ate down in this lip sync, both of them. I did not think Marsha was going to be able to keep up with Anitra because we've seen Anitra lip sync before. We saw her talent show before this where she did the karate.
And she's all legs.
And she is so humble about being able to do all of these things. And then she gets on that stage and she's just a complete other bitch. And this also gave us the beautiful moment that you love. You love this moment with Selena Titties, her confessional, where she says, "Free Willy."
Free Willy! Yeah.
And then she does the whoosh, and it's great. It's great. And this is just a great lip sync.
Now, I don't even get to ask you what you think my number one is because you've already guessed it. And you know what? I have no shame. I have no shame because this is the best lip sync that I've ever seen. I saw it. We didn't see it live, but we saw it the day after. And you know what? It is hands down my favorite of all time. It's Maya on the Page versus Plasma to Bloody Mary by Lady Gaga. And you already said it, but the best thing about it is that the show labels the song on screen. You can see it says Wednesday Dance, TikTok, sped up version. And that had us losing it the moment we saw it, before anything even happened.
This was shocking to be seen on the show.
Well, yeah, because you have that introduction, and then it is followed by the most absurd performances. Like, Maya's performance versus Plasma, you don't even know what's going on. It's like they're at a completely different club. They're not listening to the same music.
They are not on Drag Race here. They are in their own worlds, and Plasma is on Broadway and Maya Iman LePage is in Miami.
Okay, well, they're also dressed up in all black and white, clothes, makeup, everything, and it's giving that Wednesday Adam vibe.
Yes, this is the challenge.
That is the challenge,
Is
yes.
it Wednesday specifically?
I think so.
I thought so.
And then they're doing different performances. Maya, she's doing her patented flips, and Plasma is she is giving it her all, but she's also giving us nothing at the same time.
Yeah. She is giving us nothing in this sense because every single one of her critiques, like prior to this and also during this week, is that she has no personality. Do you remember that? She has no personality
Yes.
other than like her
I'm
flips.
Broadway. Oh, wait, Maya.
I was talking about Maya.
Oh.
Plasma also has no personality other than Broadway.
Yeah, they both get the same critique. There is no personality except for like their one thing, which is flips and Broadway. And then they give you flips and Broadway
to this song. And it just is craziness. But somehow it works and we get some great moments from this.
Yes, because I know that this lip sync has two of Autumn's favorite quotes. Do you know what they are?
Are they from the none other than Plain Jane herself?
Absolutely, both of them.
She is the shadiest bitch ever. Do you remember we hated her?
Yeah, because she kind of looks like Shane Dawson, and I could not get past that.
That's so real. Shane Dawson on Ozempic. Yeah. And the moments that you're talking about is one of them the beanie. I've never seen a wig reveal into a beanie before.
Yes, because Maya takes off her wig and then shakes out some black rose petals, like giving a Sasha Velour moment, but then there's nothing underneath except for a black beanie.
Yeah, I think it was so that way, like, her wig cap was on, so that way if the wig would move, like, the illusion would still be there that, like, she has, like, black hair.
Yes.
Except it's just not correct.
It's just a beanie.
It's just a beanie for the rest of the episode. And it's great. It's great. And the other one, is it about Plasma?
Yes. Plain Jane says, Mama, Plasma looks frazzled and frantic during this lip sync.
And I would like to point out that I do not like laughing out loud to TV.
But Autumn laughed out loud, and then we had to restart that moment like 4 times so that we could just hear it again.
I just couldn't get through that. It was just so good to me.
And like we said, it is also said by Plain Jane because she always has these little witty confessional moments, which makes me so mad because I wanted to hate her so much. But what makes it even better is that she is saying this to Maya doing what I can only describe as like a Russian Rasputin-esque kind of dance. And then Plasma tries to imitate it and kind of just looks like a starfish.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. But you know what? This lip sync is so good, and it is absolutely my favorite.
I would agree with that. I think we both had great picks here.
I absolutely agree. I think we both had great picks, and I hope that everyone listening agrees. And if you don't know what these lip sync moments are, I highly recommend that you go and watch them. And also watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes, you can stream it on Paramount Plus.
Free promo for RuPaul here.
And Paramount Plus.
And Paramount Plus.
You can also watch Survivor on Paramount Plus. You can be just like us with Paramount Plus.
You know what? That's a great tagline, actually.
They should sponsor us. But yes, thank you so much for letting me talk about Drag Race for copious amounts of time.
Absolutely. Thank you for helping me with this. And thank you to anybody who is listening. And maybe you will see us again.
Maybe.
Maybe.